start my new job tomorrow, and in this video I just want to do a little bit of a vlog type video on how I'm feeling about this, because I haven't had a normal job for a year and a half now. When I left, I went straight into the arts at first. I was making a lot of music, I was creating YouTube videos, I was exploring these realms that have always called to me, but I never had the chance to fully explore because I was always working a pretty intense job. And so I quit to do that, just to explore the arts, travel around the world with my wife for a little bit. And then at some point I felt as if maybe I had developed along the way some skills that I could sell in a freelance type way. So I started this video editing agency where I was editing videos for other creators and even one small business. And that was really cool. I started to make some money doing that. However, I wasn't able to make enough money to completely cover my expenses, and my runway was starting to run out, which caused me to get back into the job market and apply to a bunch of jobs and get a software engineering job again, which is where I am now. So tomorrow I start as a backend engineer at CNN. I'm really excited actually overall. So I guess now I'll get into what I'm excited about, what I'm not excited about. I'm really excited about getting paid again. That honestly, I'm really excited to get paid again because, like I mentioned, I was able to make some money doing the whole video editing agency work, and I'm sure there were ways for me to make more. I'm sure there are different people with maybe more skills in marketing and sales might have been able to scale that to be super profitable, but I was, and I'm sure that honestly, if I gave it more time, eventually I would have been able to make more profitable. But with my runway shrinking, with where I was, with the fact that I knew that software engineering salaries are really solid, I decided to make a call to go back to engineering. So I am really excited to just get paid again and to have a paycheck that covers all my expenses and then some. I'm really excited about that, honestly. That's probably the thing I'm most excited about, to be fully real with you guys. The second thing I'm excited about is the challenge of getting onto a team and figuring out how to be a high performer. You know, I want to be a high performer in this role. I know that it's going to take persistence. I know that it's going to take effort, but I'm excited for that challenge. You know, I think it's kind of like a game. You get put into this space and you have to figure out how to add a ton of value. How do you add a ton of value? How do you help this team out a lot? And I'm pretty excited about that challenge of becoming a high performer in this role. And so I think those two things are the things I'm most excited about. And then when it comes to things that I think there's only one thing that I'm not as excited about. The one thing that I'm not as excited about is I'm a little bit nervous about how my body is going to feel. I know it sounds a little strange, but for the last year and a half, it's been interesting because I've actually worked out a lot less, but I've been a lot healthier because I haven't had something that required me to sit all day. You know, I worked on the video editing agency. I've worked, you know, I've done computer work, but I was always had this luxury of being able to work on my own time for the last year and a half. So it was always nice that I could just, if in the middle of the day I wanted to take a really long walk, I could, or if in the middle of the day I wanted to just go exercise, I could, or if I wanted to, you know, take a little extra time to prepare a really good meal, I could. And so that was always really nice. I ate a lot of meals at home over the last year and a half, but even most of my meals at home, because I had time to say, okay, oh, I need this, I'm gonna go run to the grocery store and make it. And so I had this time to always prepare really healthy foods at home, and I had all this in this mental bandwidth to always make sure that to always choose better foods, which I felt like, at least my last job when I was working, I felt like my brain was always really tired. So I was just going for convenience all the time with food, and with exercise, I always had to squeeze a lot of exercise into, I would be doing these hardcore workouts because I knew that I was gonna be sitting a lot of time. So I am a little bit nervous about that, to be honest with you guys, but I do think I've found some things that I think are gonna help me on this journey. I think one thing that I discovered is the benefits of sauna and cold plunge. I think these are really good tools that I have now. I have this membership at this sauna cold plunge place right next to me. And it's such a good tool because I feel like sometimes after a hard day of work, it's really hard to muster up the energy to go exercise, like have a really good exercise. So I used to do it in the morning, but I can, even if I'm really tired, I can just go and chill in the sauna. And then usually after I chill in the sauna, I have enough energy to go cold plunge, and that gets my body feeling really good. So I don't know how it's all going to work. I'm going to figure it out along the way, but I do think that is one thing I'm a little bit nervous about, but I have confidence I'm going to be able to figure it out. I have confidence that I'm going to be able to, try and trial and error different things to figure out how to give the work everything it needs while also taking care of myself. And I'm thinking that I'm going to be using tools like sauna cold plunge, using tools like, taking walks in the middle of the day when it's appropriate. Maybe if I have meetings with my manager, I can switch them to calls and do some walking meetings if possible. I'm hoping that I can do something like that. So anyway, I just thought I'd share. I'll keep you guys posted on how it all goes, but I actually am feeling really good. It's interesting. It's interesting how in life we want different things at different times. I remember back in October 2023 when I quit, the only thing that I wanted to do was to just have complete control over my time, and I wanted to pursue my creative inclinations. That's all I wanted to do. And I didn't even care if I didn't make as much money. I just wanted to be completely free. And I feel very grateful that I had the opportunity to do that. And it's interesting now, I actually have had so much freedom for so long that I'm actually really excited I'm actually willing to trade some of that freedom for good pay. And I'm actually very, very grateful that I have a company that's willing to pay me for some of my time and skills. And so I'm actually really excited for that. And it's interesting now, what I want to do is I want to get paid, work hard for this company, get paid. And whenever I'm free, just exist. And if I have extra energy when I'm free, do something creative, like film a YouTube video or pick up my guitar and maybe write a song. If I have some extra energy, if not, I'll just exist. I'll just relax. And I'm just really excited to just be in this mode at least, I don't know. Maybe I'll have another chapter later on where I want to be completely free again. But for now, what I'm really excited about is work hard for this company, try to learn how to be a high performer, get paid well. And after the work is done, just exist. Just hang out with my wife, hang out with my friends. And if I have energy or free time, pick up the guitar, write a song. If I have energy or free time, talk to this camera, share with you guys what's going through my mind. So I'm really excited about this next step. And that's how I'm feeling. I'll keep you guys posted on how it all goes. I plan on sharing what I learn and on my quest to becoming a high performer as a backend software engineer. I'm hoping to learn some things and share on this channel. And yeah, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, and I will talk to y'all on the next one.